The Mets, they continue to make moves in a tight NL playoff race, and their latest addition is a power arm to help stabilize a stretch bullpen on Friday. The Mets, they traded for reliever Gregory Soto from the Orioles, but with the trade deadline fast approaching, this might not be the last move that David Stearns makes. Could Dylan Cease be next? Is an impact bat still on the shopping list for the Metropolitans? Joining me to break it all down is the New York Post Mets beat writer. His name is Mike Puma, and he's with me now from the West Coast. Mike, how you doing?
Dexter, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Mets making moves. It is trade season. So let's start with the move that's official. The Mets adding Gregory Soto here to the team, to their bullpen. What's your initial reaction to the trade, and how do you see Soto fitting in to this relief corps, right away?
Yeah, and David Stearns has identified the bullpen kind of as the Mets' biggest focal point here heading to July 31st, and particularly lefty relief because you have to remember now you had AJ Minter and Danny Young go down early in the season. Your two lefty relievers. It's been a scramble since then to fill that, and they just got Brooks Raley back after the All-Star break, and he's looked good in his first few appearances here. But Soto's a big arm, strikeout, a lot of swing and miss with him. So this looks like a good addition here to help bolster this bullpen.
Yeah, looks good so far. And you just mentioned it there with the big arm of Soto. He's got closing experience, which should help as well, too. Bring some nasty stuff from the left side. You talked about them needing a lefty. And with Diaz's role unclear for the future right now with the fact that he could opt out after the season, could you see Soto becoming a trusted late inning option and maybe even getting some save opportunities if needed down the stretch for the Mets?
Yeah, and they're going to need different guys in the ninth inning. And we saw that this past week, where they're Diaz pitches 2 days in a row, and you get to the third day, and you need somebody else. And Ryan Stanek's been doing it, and he's been better lately. Before the All-Star break, he had blown a few save opportunities, but um, they need more. Reed Garrett's another guy with the kind of arm that can do it. So the more options you have, the better.
Yeah, always good when you got some more options there in that pen. I want to switch over to the rumor mill here for a second, Mike, because Dylan Cease's name of the Padres keeps coming up. We know the Mets have at least shown some interest. Do you think that Cease is the type of impact arm that would be worth parting with a top prospect for here for the Mets if they were going to make a trade for Cease? Is he the kind of guy you go
Yeah, and
after?
it depends what the asking price would be. And listen, in talking to Mets people, they feel that the starting pitching market is so thin right now that they would have to hit the jackpot really to land a starter here before the deadline. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but uh, they feel it's a slim chance that there's not a lot of deals to be made out there, and the ones that are the arms that are available, the asking prices are too astronomical. So uh, let's just say I'd be surprised if Dylan Cease is here.
All right, be shocked if Dylan Cease is in Flushing. Last thing for me here, Mike. If you're David Stearns and you could just make one more move before the deadline, are you going for another arm in the bullpen? Do you look to bolster the lineup with an impact bat? How do you think David Stearns might play it here?
Yeah, if I only had one more move to make, I think I'd still go for another reliever.
Hmm.
You know, I know the lineup has underperformed for much of the season, but I still think that the ammunition is there and that they'll get enough out of this lineup. Whereas, uh, you get into September and then into the postseason, it's the arms that ultimately make the difference. And all it takes is an injury or two to really upset that apple cart. We saw that in June with what they went through with all the pitchers on the IL. So if I had one more move to make, it would be to get that other reliever.
All right. See if the Mets do that. Will they bolster the bullpen? Will they try to impact the lineup? Trade deadline coming up in less than a week, but trade season officially beginning today as the Mets get Gregory Soto, adding that arm to the bullpen. That is Mike Puma covering the Mets out on the West Coast as they open up their series with the Giants this weekend. Mike, we appreciate the time. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.